are back. We are
back to Mike shits on well-received games.
I mean, you're not shitting
PS4
on it.
Marvel Spider-Man. Fuck that game.
Fuck that game, actually.
No,
because that also is the same, suffers from the same thing as God of War.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like, and I do like God of War, and I do want to play more of it. I do want to beat it. It's just it's not the kind of, there are so many fucking games to play, and like I have to delegate my time to the games that like really like pull me to keep playing.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, God of War is not doing that for me.
I mean, obviously we eat this shit up, but Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I don't know how it managed with the number of fucking From Software games I've played. I am astounded by the fact that it was able to still keep me hooked.
Yeah, for sure. Well, they do so many cool things to like switch it up in Elden Ring. Because like to me,
I'm not being retarded right now. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Do your thing, man. But like,
what?
Oh, you survived! Wow.
God damn it!
That was wild.
I can't make that jump. We may as well go for the blood echoes anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry. Keep going.
Yeah. Like, I was shocked that like super late in the game in Elden Ring, I was still getting surprised by things like the whole puzzle you need to solve in order to get access to like the Halig tree.
Yeah.
Where you go through like the Everjail and then you kill dudes in that, and then when you come back out to the real world, they're now there instead of in the Everjail. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that shit's fucking, I don't know. I thought that was so cool.
Impressive, right? Like, how, and like, when you actually solve that puzzle, it's like such a cool aha moment that you go through. I'm still, oh, yeah, last time everyone was listening to us play, or watching us play, I was going against Melania, too.
Oh, yeah, and you finally beat her.
I finally beat her.
Very nice.
It was insanely difficult, even though I was using, like, the most optimized build to take her down still.
I'm telling you, man, like, definitely the From Software boss that gave me the most trouble. Like,
yeah, ever.
She is insanely difficult.
And I will say this, also, I will say this. The only reason why I did beat her, it was because she never did the water dance against me in her first form.
Oh, you lucked out?
I lucked out. However, in her second form, she did neither the water dance or her shadow clone jutsu.
Huh.
And she's like instilled. She's like instilled to do that. Come hell or high water, she's supposed to do that.
Yeah. Wow.
So I have no idea. The game had to have taken mercy on me at some point. Much sooner than, you know, the guy I showed you, my boy Dan Giesling.
Yeah, they did like nearly 3,000 attempts.
Yeah. The game took mercy upon me way before it took mercy upon him.
Yeah. No, like we were talking about after you showed me that, because yeah, for guys who don't know, was Dan Giesling?
Giesling.
He is a streamer who had probably the worst optimized build I've ever seen, and he did like nearly 3,000 attempts at fighting Melania. And my God, I can't imagine fighting any boss 3,000 times. Like, you've got me fucked up. I can't imagine doing that 300 times.
No. Like
the fucking
the patience on
the
man.
Patience, the like of a saint.
Yeah.
The fucking mental fortitude to keep going. Like, it's impressive.
It really was. And that's the main reason why, like, he got a fan out of me for that, honestly. Like,
yeah.
I'm a fan now of him because I'm just like, my God, dude, like, like you said, to have that type of, and honestly, also, kudos to his fucking fan base for having that kind of patience too, man.
Yeah, genuinely. Like, listen, Listen, guys, a little inside baseball here. We do our goddamn best to be entertaining to you folks, and hopefully we are. But I wouldn't expect any human being on this earth to sit there and watch me attempt to fight a boss 3,000 times. I wouldn't expect my closest friends and relatives to watch that, let alone strangers on the internet. Even if I tried to make it as entertaining as I could.
That's another thing too. It shows just how entertaining the man is, right? Like
I guess, yeah.
And there's like a human spirit aspect to it too. Like
I think that's the biggest thing, because like again, like, and this isn't any kind of like mark on him. I don't know the guy. I'm sure he's insanely entertaining, but like the people who I find the most entertaining, I would not watch them fight a boss 3,000 times.
No,
I just simply wouldn't. So to anyone who was able to go through that gauntlet with them, my hat's off to you.
And he refused to change his build. And, I mean, I commend him for it, because, like, a little bit. Only because, I mean, dude, you saw how slow that build was.
Well, so that's the thing. So you told me he had, like, what, 97 points in strength?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did not upgrade his vigor at all.
So
he had, like, base fucking health, pretty much. Fucking, obviously he wasn't doing a magic build, so nothing there. But, like... Fuck, man, because like I kind of felt the same way. Like me, when my first run through of Elden Ring was primarily just a quality build. I was doing strength and dex.
Yep.
Which for a game like Dark Souls 3, quality builds were like the meta. Like that was like one of the best builds you could do. For Elden Ring, not so much. They really aren't that great.
No.
But I didn't care. I was just doing it anyway. I was just using the fucking twin blade you can find in those dragon ruins and that one lake in Liurnia. And that was just my build, and it got me through most of the game. But Melania was the fucking wall that was like, you know what? Change your fucking build.
Yeah.
This ain't working. So I did.
But our boy Dan Giesling,
My God.
he decided no. You know, like, he decided, he was like, listen. Well, that was the other thing, too. I think it speaks volumes about, like, his fucking just fortitude in just... keep going, because you saw like when you saw his 3,000th run, how just dialed in he was with Melania.
Oh yeah. But I love to, like, towards the end of it, like, it felt so real. Like, in that moment, it was the culmination of all those feelings you get when you're fighting, like, a tough boss in those games. Because he was pleading. He was like, please!
Yeah.
Please!
Yeah. He was literally saying, please, bro.
Like, and I felt that in my soul. I know that feeling.
Oh, and his eyes, bro. My boy
bulging out of his head.
Once again, I do not blame him.
No, God, dude, I can only imagine. But, like, you know how good it felt once you beat Melania. I know how good it felt once I beat Melania. Imagine you had done it 3,000 times and then you finally beat her. Like, it's like, that's how I imagine people feel like when, like, they're released from prison after, like, serving fucking 50 years. Like, it's just like, oh my God, I'm finally free. I'm released.
Oh, man. Yeah, the mental fortitude of that man.
It's impressive.
Like, seriously.
Goddamn impressive.
Any man or woman would be lucky to call him theirs. I'm just saying. This is like,
you hear that, Dan? If you're single, Akhtar would be more than happy to change that for you.
I think he's married with kids.
Probably.
If honestly, like, if you have that kind of what's it called? What's where you don't give up type? What's that word? You don't give up. If you're that headstrong, I guess.
Sure.
Headstrong, you're what you know.
You've got that level of determination.
Yes. Then, like, my God, man. You had to have.
Yeah, well, that's probably why.
Someone.
That's probably why he's so patient. Is because, like, dude has a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, our experience with kids.
Earlier today, Akhtar and I went to the local Panda Express to get some lunch, and as we walk in to our left, there's, you know, this family there that my heart bleeds for them, because they have this, like, little girl who's just having a fucking meltdown. Like, dude, I am a stranger in this girl's life, and I walked in on the worst day she has ever had.
Yeah.
In this Panda Express. Like, I told Octa walking out of it, it's like I guarantee you she is the most upset person who has ever been inside of a Panda Express. Like, we found the one.
We had to find the one, right?
Yeah. And we were just standing in line listening to her wail, and like Octa looks at me because I'm like to his left, so he's trying not to like make contact with the family, but he shoots me a look, and I just lean in and I'm like, hey man, want to go get some vasectomies after this?
Like, very needed vasectomies.
I really hope the family didn't hear me, but it wouldn't be the first time.
I couldn't say. That's why I waited like to sit down, because I didn't want. Because once again, and this is the other thing, and this just shows just how bad of a person I am. I can't relate to that, kids' problems, right? Like for me, I'm looking at those problems. I'm like, what, really? However, it's a detriment to her in her world.
Right. Well, that's the difficult thing, right? Because it's all relative. Because based on her experiences, she's probably having some real tough emotions she's working through right now. As you get older, you experience way worse shit. So, like, it kind of puts things into perspective. But I try to have, empathy for kids who are having meltdowns, because something's obviously bugging them. Yeah.
And that was the other thing, too, though. That's what kind of, like, made me sad a little bit. Like, the mom and dad maybe were trying to help work her through it, but, like, if I have like a kid that's like having that, guys, it was a melt.
Yeah.
Remember when she broke up with you at first? It was that
first big heartbreak.
Yeah.
Like, that's what she was going through, I guess.
Yeah. But like at that point, you just gotta like maybe there's no talking to him at that point, but at that point you gotta be like, okay,
outside, though,
listen, kid, like, what's up? What's going on? Yeah. Talk to me,
like again, I'm no parent, and I'm not gonna pretend like I would be the best. But if my kid was in a fast food establishment having a meltdown, I'd probably just take him outside and be like, okay, hey, talk to me. It's just you and me here, Yeah.
Give him give the old kneel down.
Yeah.
Get down on their level.
Kneel down, hands on the shoulders. Looking them eye to eye, telling them, listen, someday you're going to die. I got to break this to you now. It only gets worse from here, and then you die. So how about you buck up and eat some Panda?
Yeah, it's not that bad, kid. Like,
it's not that bad.
You have food. They gave you the crayons. You're coloring shit. Like, just come on. Give us a second here.
Like, if you think this is bad, you're in for a real rough awakening. Boy, I every night I dream about being back in your shoes.
Yeah. That's the other thing I'm thinking about right now. I wonder, I mean, it had to have happened with me too. Like, when there was like a time when I was younger where something that really wasn't that bad was an extreme detriment to just my being.
See, like, it's hard because obviously I don't remember this stuff, but like even asking my mom about it, like she swears that I was always a pretty chill kid. So I don't know that there were ever any instances of me having like real public meltdowns. But I do remember one situation where like we were going on we were either going on a family vacation or we were coming home from one, but we were in an airport in like fucking 3 a.m. or something, super early in the morning. Yeah. I was exhausted. I was like 5, I don't know. And my mom was introducing me to, because my parents worked for the airline, so she knew one of the people there. She was introducing me to, and she introduced me as her baby. And in that moment, that just hit me the wrong way. And I just remember saying, like, I'm not a baby. That's like a fucking 5-year-old. So that's like the one time I can remember me kind of being like a asshole in public. But it wasn't even that big a thing. Like, I wasn't screaming or crying or anything.
Oh, okay. You know, hey, everyone has moments, right? Everyone has those types of moments. Like with me, for example, I think my biggest meltdown in public happened. Holy shit, what is it about fucking airports that brings out the worst in us?
It's rough, right? Airports are kind of rough places. For a second there, I was really hoping it's like, yeah, well, my biggest public meltdown, you know, I was young, I was 26. And,
no, fucking, it was also at an airport. I was like, I think 7 or 8. as I think my mom was like going away to like I for some reason I couldn't see her off when she was going to Pakistan for like 3 months or whatever. Dude, I got separated. I felt like I didn't actually get separated from her, but I felt like I was getting separated from her.
Yeah.
And I was crying so fucking bad. And my fucking cousin, I still remember this now. He's also like a teenager, but he's not like my brother, right? So he can't give me the brother treatment. Like, I'm like, shut up, fucking buck up, and you know, he couldn't do that as a cousin. And so he's just like, I remember he takes me into this like fucking duty-free shop. And he's just like, oh look, how about you can, for now, in this vicinity, play with this little airplane. That was a little airplane.
This is fun.
I was just like, nothing he could do at that moment would fucking, it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know if it's that bad though, because like it's just it's just a kid who's not gonna see his mom for like, you know, 6 months or some shit. It's not like that bad.
No, but I mean that's still tough when you're that young. Because again, when you're that young, 6 months is a long fucking time.
That's very true. Yeah, time becomes less and less of an issue the older you become.
It really does, and like scarily so. Like it fucking shocks me that it's November already.
Seriously.
Like, goddamn, where does the time go?
Well, even at work, right? Like, the time just at work goes by so quick too. Like especially on busy days where you just sit there and you're like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
Like,
hey, dude, I remember being a child and just like, I remember a specific moment where like my friend came over and I had asked like how much time that, you know, we'd have to play, and my parents said like an hour and a half. And at first misheard it as half an hour, so I got upset and they're like, no, an hour and a half. And then I was really excited because I was like, an hour and a half, that's a long time.
That's a really long time.
Dude, I can't get anything done in an hour and a half now. Like, that's nothing.
That's nothing.
Like, we're probably going to record for an hour and a half or more, and then the time will have flown by.
Yeah. Get out of there. Sorry.
I'll leave, man.
No,
Sorry,
no,
I didn't know that I was upsetting you. I guess it's just the Octar show. You just play. It might as well be because you're just so fucking good.
Oh, I'm not that good.
Me.
I'm sorry.
All right, you said I'm sorry, so I forgive you. Can't stay mad at you.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You're so cute.
Oh. Have you ever had like that girlfriend who just like has a meltdown, but then like immediately afterwards is like, oh, I'm sorry, and you're just like,
after all that,
after all of that, and then they just like the other side of them, like the actual side that you fell in love with initially, comes back, and you're just like, what have I gotten myself into?
It's like, oh no.
You're just sitting there, oh.
That's what you realize your dating launched from Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
You sneezed and turned into a monster.
Oh. I can't really what's the word? I can't really generalize here. I'm sure there's like a bunch of dudes who are also like that, where like
yeah,
it's like a facade at first, and then like you see like that true like, oh wow, he is a crazy fucking person.
Yeah. Dude, have you ever? And it doesn't even have to be someone you're dating. It could even just be a friend or whatever. But have you ever like hung out with someone, got to know them, and they're always like super like cool to you, easy to talk to or whatever, but then there's like an instance where you just there's like a spark of sheer rage that comes out of them from nowhere, and you're like, wait, what the fuck was that? Like maybe you went to get food and their order got slightly messed up, and then they just like fucking get real pissed about it, and you're like, who are you? Like what is this? I've not seen this before.
I've not seen this version of you. What?
I see that a lot too with I'm not obviously not calling anyone out here, but like with certain friends or family members I have who are in relationships, be them boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage, whatever, you'll know that there's there's probably a deeper fight that they had about a certain thing that you don't have all the context
Yeah.
to. Because one will just say one little thing that to you sounds completely innocuous. Like, it's nothing. And the other person will just get so fucking mad at it. And you're like, okay. There is a history here I am not privy to. Yikes.
Oh, wow. Yeah? Well, I feel like you experience it a lot between myself and Brian.
Well, no, but I am privy to that history, though. That's the difference.
Yeah,
Like,
that's very
I know
true.
exactly what you guys are mad about when you get mad.
What's it called? Especially, like, but, like, the funny thing is, like, because we love you so much, but, like, to me and him against each other, it's just not, like, it is, like, as, it's, like, you know these two people have had practice in these arguments very much.
Yeah.
But it's like it's just different with you. We love you. We don't really love
you.
me and him. Don't really love each other.
yes, you do. The fighting is part of the love language, I feel.
Oh man. This device is currently not. Fuck you. Who are you?
Oh, hello.
The graveyard murmurs, then it's almost time. Oh, I just can't wait.
Just can't wait.
I love that.
That's great.
Also, the way she says "graveyard murmurs," I'm like, man, that's a bopping song.
Graveyard, yeah, it's like the sequel to Monster Mash.
Yeah, the Monster Mash, and then you have Graveyard Murmurs. Fucking spastic dog.
Wow.
Piece of shit.
That dog's got way too many pointy things jutting out of it. I can't trust that.
Seriously?
Cannot trust that. I want my dogs to be furry and fuzzy so I can pet them real good like.
Real good like.
Real good like.
Why do I feel like we're over leveled for this? I'm killing everything in 2 hits.
Yeah, no, we did get some level ups from doing the challenge dungeon. And I feel like we got really lucky in terms of like upgrade components for our saw spear.
Yeah, that's very true. Like, I don't think we're supposed to have a level 3 saw spear at this point, but we do.
Wow.
However, we are getting twin bloodstone shards a lot now, so maybe we were supposed to get them.
Well, I think either way, we probably are a tad bit over leveled, and plus, you know, at least you know exactly what build you're doing too, so it's probably a bit more specialized than, you know, because like your first time going through a FromSoft game, you don't always know exactly what you're going to be doing.
You mean like that?
Yeah. So another thing too, I don't feel, have we like lost any echoes? Maybe once.
I don't think so.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Hold on. This is it.
Oh, is the chill bird you're talking about?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, look at
Hey,
him.
buddy.
He's just fucking vibing.
How have you been, man?
Oh, look at him.
Been a while. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill your spastic friend there, but
Hey!
that's great. They
This is
just,
so awesome, dude.
man, see, I feel terrible now. I never even noticed, so I just like murdered all those birds every time.
Ah, dude, he's
But this dude just vibes.
He's
I
the
love
best. All right, see you, buddy. I can't kill
it.
him.
No, you can't. He's awesome.
He's
our
the
friend.
only. Yeah, that's the right. He's the only one in this entire world of things that want to kill you.
No, you have to treasure that. It's the same reason I will not kill the turtles in Elden Ring. I'll never do it.
Oh, then how do you get your turtlenecks?
I mean, you can get it other ways.
Okay.
I don't really use the turtlenecks anyway, so.
Oh, okay.
You know, no skin off my back.
I shouldn't kill them. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry.
Well, that and like
Now I
the
feel
big
bad.
turtle pope in that one church in Liurnia. You know what I'm talking
Oh yeah,
about?
I won't touch him.
Yeah, Muriel. Well, like that, but that's what I mean though. Like he's of those people, and they're also chill, and he's the best. Like he's the dude I give all my fucking tomes to, because that dude doesn't care about heresy. He's like, yeah, let's learn together, you and me. Oh boy. Oh geez. Oh boy. Oh geez. It's fine. It's fine.
Huh? Did you see that?
It's fine. Just giving me a little bit of agita there, but we're okay. We're making it through. That was a big jump.
He's just chucking him, man. Like, ah! You have to. It's 36,000.
I'll get him. Oh, dummy! You're
Idiot.
stupid.
It's 36,000.
The stranger's grinning face dripped with sweat as he mouthed something towards me. I strained to pick it up until suddenly I hear clear.
Say that again. I'm so sorry.
I haven't finished it, but could you? I want to see if you can guess what the stranger says. Okay. The stranger's grinning face dripped with sweat as he mouthed something towards me. I strained to pick it up until suddenly I hear clear.
Clear.
Allahu Akbar. Ladies and gentlemen, next time on Bloodborne, I'm going to get those echoes, and that'll be a great time.